Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do a spring inspired look because I know that some of you guys have requested that I do some spring looks. So this is the first one that I will be doing this season. I know spring is not quite here yet. Maybe it is by the time this video gets posted, it'll be officially springtime, which I'm very excited. I'm so done with the cold. Although I'm wearing a flannel today, it's gloomy out and it's a little bit chilly. So decided to bust out my flannel. You know what, who cares, flannel and spring makeup, oh well, I'm just gonna roll with it. But today I decided to use some purples, and I'm using the Wisteria eyeshadow by Geek. I do have the older formulation. I know that recently on Instagram and social media they've posted that they've reformulated Wisteria, so I'm not really sure if it's the same sort of tone of that sort of bright pastel purpley lavender shade, or if they've sort of tweaked it a bit, but according to what they've posted, the formula is a little bit creamier. I've never had issues with that. When I first got that a long time ago, I remember that I wasn't really too impressed, but as I've worked with it and sort of kind of made my way through the top layer, it's actually really creamy and very pigmented. So decided to do that, threw on some little individual cluster lashes just because I felt like doing it. I mean, why not, right? Totally optional, but I hope that you guys enjoy this look, and if you want to see how to get this look, then keep watching and I'll show you exactly how to do it. Alright, so one of the first things that I went ahead and did before filming, because I started on the wrong eye, was take this shadow here from the Stila Mind Palette, and this is called Creativity, and this is just a soft peach color. I chose this instead of Peach Smoothie because Peach Smoothie is a lot more peach than this, and I applied that with a fluffy crease brush from Morphe brushes. So I'm just going to go ahead and just redo that so you guys can see the placement, but it's just going to be sort of like a transition shade right in this area, not being too careful with it. And then I'm going to go up to the color Reason, which is a soft ivory color. This is going to be my brow highlight with the same brush, just keeping it super simple. And I'm just going to apply that directly to my brow bone area. Now we have to apply that really beautiful purple shade. So I'm going to start by taking a Sigma E55 blending brush that looks like this, just to start placing the product. And I'm using the color Wisteria from Geek, which is a matte purple. It's a bit of a sort of lilac-y color. It's quite bright and very spring-like, very summery, beautiful color. So take just a little bit of that on the tip of the brush. And I'm just going to apply this to the crease. Now I'm using this E25 brush because I want to keep the color, as you can see here, place specifically where I want it. I don't want it to go up too high into that sort of transition shade or come up too high up onto the brow bone, because I want to keep this sort of right in the crease area. And I'm also going to be bringing that into the inner part, leaving the center of the lid bare. You don't want anything in that center part just yet. So once I have applied just basically the base of that color, I'm going to switch to a bit of a stiffer brush. This is the Geek Outer V brush with the same Wisteria color. And we're going to start slowly building this outer part and inner part, and then again leaving that center part of the lid bare. So you can go as dark as you want, or you can just basically stop here, but just deepen out the outer part of your lid and then the inner part of the eye. Don't go too far down either. Just keep it really close to the inner tear duct on the upper part of the lid. You can see. And then I'm going to slowly start creating that shape just to kind of connect the two of them, as you can see in that motion here. From here to here. Not going up too high or keeping, not going onto the lid. So just go back and forth and continue blending and building until your desired intensity. Alright, so now that we have the majority of that purple placed where I feel comfortable and it matches the other eye, obviously, I'm going to take a smaller crease brush. This is the S12 by Morphe brushes. And I'm going to go in with this color here. And this one is called Observation, and again from the Stila Mind Palette. And this is just a bit of a cooler, like a grayish color with a bit of a tan. If you don't have this palette, you could use Barcelona Beach by Geek because it's very similar. Yet this one is just got a, I don't know, when I compare them, this one pulls a slight bit of a plummy tone, but nothing major. I'm going to take this and I'm going to sort of buff out the edges of that Wisteria. So don't go over the color, just on the outer edges, just to kind of soften that a bit, because you don't want that to be too harsh. And then with the same brush, you can wipe it off really well. Go back in with your brow highlight shade and just kind of slowly like touch up that area so that everything is just pretty well blended and nothing is super crazy. Okay, so moving on to the lid, you're going to need a small detailer brush to apply this next color. And I'm going to use the 237 Detail Shader Brush by Zoeva. It looks like this. And I'm going to apply on the center of the lid a very shimmery color. This is the Milani Bella eyeshadow, Bella Eyes Gel Shadow. This is in Bella Pink, number 13. It is, they say pink, but I pick up more of like a pinky lilac. So that's why I chose to use this. So pick up that color, or any sort of lighter shade. You can use a shimmery white, shimmery champagne, whatever you've got, and apply that just to the center of the lid where you have like that blank space. And then with my brush that I use to deepen out this sort of purpley shade, whatever's left on it, I'm going to slowly just kind of pat it right where it meets up with that super shimmery shadow, just to make sure that there aren't any harsh lines. You want everything to sort of kind of go from purple, blend into that light, and then back into the purple. So just kind of pat it, and if you need to, you can just retouch that color. I'm going to take that same shadow and apply that to the inner part of my eye, just to kind of highlight my tear duct area and just kind of make it a little bit glowy, but still within that same sort of purpley color. If you wanted to, you can bring Wisteria down if you prefer. Alright, so then I need to work on the lower lashes just to sort of deepen up the color. So what I'm going to do is take that same color that we used earlier. This is the Observation color, and I'm going to apply that with a detailer brush like this one to my lower lash line. And then I'm going to go over that same color with Wisteria. So it's going to create a bit of a deeper purple color. You could use the Makeup Geek shadow in Drama Queen, which is very dark, but it's, one, for me, I felt like it was too dark, and two, it's super, super shimmery. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do, or you can just use brown. Okay, so now all we have to do is a little bit of tight lining. And I'm going to use just my favorite go-to black liner, which is the NARS Larger Than Life in Via Veneto, which is the black. And then I'm going to take a bit of the Milani Shadow Eyes in Almond Cream and apply it to my lower waterline, just so that I can keep that openness of the eye. You can use black if you want, but I just chose to use black on the upper part. Alright, so then all we have to do is apply a little bit of liner, and I'm using the Bobbi Brown gel liner in black ink. You can use any sort of liner you want. I'm going to just basically line from where the color part of my eye starts to the edge of the eye, but I'm also going to wing it out just a bit, just to create a bit of a feline, because we are wearing some individual lashes. So I'm going to take that with an angled brush. This is a 315 fine liner brush from Zoeva. It's time for some mascara. I'm using Lash Discovery by Maybelline at the bottom, and then my Lash Sensational up at the top. Alright, so for the final touches on the eye, I chose to use a few of these individual flairs. These are by Kiss, and I will have them listed below, but these are the, what are these called? The Ever Easy Lashes. So I just used 3 little clusters on this eye, so I'm just going to do this eye to sort of match it up, of course, and then I'll be back to show you the rest of the look. Okay, so for the rest of the face, I didn't film me putting on the rest of my products. I will list my foundation and contouring and stuff down below, but for my cheeks, I use the Makeup Geek blush in Blissful. I always say Blissful, it's Bliss. Hello. This is just a really soft matte peach color. I'm a big fan of matte blushes. I think that they work best for my oily skin. This color for me on my skin tone is just the perfect blush color. You see a little bit of color, but it's not super bold, it's not super intense. It's just really soft and very fresh looking, so I like that. And then for my lips, I'm wearing the Maybelline Color Whisper in the shade number 20 Mocha Muse, which is just a bit of a nude color. It's like Your Lips but better. The word mocha, I don't know why it's in there, because it's not really like a brown or anything like that, as I think mocha is. So it's a very nude, wearable shade, a touch of pink, so it's not like a nude that has a bit of like that concealer quality to it where it completely washes you out. So I really have been getting back into these color whispers lately. And, well, I guess I might as well tell you about my highlight and contour, right? A couple new products. I will be filming a haul video. I don't know when. I'm waiting for another order to arrive, and once that comes in, then I will do the video. But you will see these in that video as well. I'm wearing for highlight the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Reserve Your Cabana. Super huge product. I mean, look at this thing. It's like, I will never run out of this. But I saw on Pinterest, I don't know exactly who gets like the credit for all of the posts. I mean, I guess I'll have to see which one is on there that I was reading, but I read on Pinterest that this is a dupe for the, what is it, the Balm Mary Luminizer? Yeah, the lightest highlight from the Balm, which I've been wanting to try for a while, but I don't necessarily need to spend $20-some on a highlight, because I don't really highlight like every single day. So this is a perfect size, because I'll have this for a long time. And then for my contour, I use the Wet n Wild Color Icon contour palette. This is in the shade 250A Caramel Toffee, and these are the two colors. Did a little bit of highlighting under my eye with this shade here. They're both matte, and then this is the contour. So I'm not really sure how I'm feeling it. I just have a little bit on this outer part here of my face. Just, I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you've tried these, if you think it looks good. I mean, this was the only one that I could choose from at not Walgreens, but Walmart. So I don't know if there's other shades in this line, maybe online or at Walgreens, but this is the only one, the last one actually as well, left on the shelf in my local Walmart. So anyways, that is all. I hope that you guys enjoy this sort of like springy look, although I am wearing a flannel. It is very gloomy and cold here today, so nevertheless, spring is right around the corner, and I'm very excited to get into the groove of using more spring-like colors as you guys have requested. So I will be doing some more requested videos, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the videos so that you don't miss out on any of the new stuff that's coming up. And also connect with me. I'd love to chat with you on Instagram and Twitter. It's @glamour by Lexi. I wish you guys a very fabulous day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.